There was another named Own. This name was to be feared. The name is death, decay, and violence. A cold and fading moment. A mind not of misery in the few leaves of winter. A suit of armor beneath which lay a void. Where Issa's vision was of cultured landscapes, his was of the choking weeds. Own's reach devoured the land. The winter approached.
Tell me, stranger, have you seen a young man lost in these ruins? Maybe with two lovebirds who can't take their eyes off each other. Yes, Turin. We were separated while exploring the ruins. I need to find him. They're my friends? We came into these ruins together, but I wonder if any of us will get out again. I'm sure he's fine, but if you do find Turin, please send him this way. I need that damned scroll of his. My friends and I were separated while exploring the ruins. I especially need to find a young Almain named Turin. He has a scroll that I need. One moment he was beside us, and the next he was gone. It's just like him, the big oaf. I should have known not to bring him along. I will not settle for the fate of common living. There is treasure in these ruins. I will find it and retire to the life of comfort I deserve. We thought we'd find peaceful ruins flowing with forgotten gold. No, it's just sprites and brambles and blathering fae. Did you meet that impossible fae, droning on about flowers and seasons? I don't think he heard a word I said to him. It's nothing. A contract of sorts. This venture was supposed to fill our pockets with coin. Now I'd count us wealthy if we all make it out alive. When we lost Turin, Marga and Arain wanted to go off on their own. Fine by me, I knew what they were after. They weren't any help anyway. And if you do find him...
What brings you out here? People call me a thief, but I've never stolen anything. Occasionally I'll use other people's houses while they're away. I don't see what they're so angry about. So I have to come out here now and again to let things in town cool off. Nothing to it, really. You just need to get the feel for it. Once you have that, no door stays locked for long. Are you hiding from trouble too? Always attracts a few treasure hunters convinced the ruins are full of ancient riches. Bunch of lunatics if you ask me.
Pauline will not tell you of this. She disapproves of pride. She does embody nature's tooth, a sharp and silent, simple truth. And yet Pauline will always shine among the ballad's lore. For humble though her carriage be, a greater knight we'll never see.
can't believe Turin's dead. But I can't dwell on that now. Thank you for returning this scroll to me. You have no idea how important it is. Please, I can't. I need to think clearly. I have things I need to do in this forest. Afterwards, later, I'll sort it all out. Everything's ruined. Turin's lost and Jedda's gone off. And Orain's been turned into an antelope. Orain went into those bushes. I heard a yell and saw a flash of light. Then an antelope came out wearing Orain's silver necklace. My grandmother told me about places like this. How sprites would ensnare young men and turn them into forest creatures. I just know that's what's happened to Orain. But he ran off before I could catch him. Please help me look for him. Absolutely. My grandmother told me all about it. One story tells of a man who entered the forest seeking a special flower for his beloved. But a sprite cursed him to wander the forest as an antelope until his true love gave him a kiss. Thank you. I don't know what I would have done. The antelope, Orain, I mean, he ran off north into the ruins. You have to find him. He ran north before I could catch him. I called and called, but he didn't come back. He's my, well, you know. My mother said Varani's men's hearts forever wander, but not my Orain. Oh, no. To be honest, I don't really want to find treasure or be rich. I just want to settle down on a farm somewhere with Orain and raise lots of children. Why did he have to follow his friends to this cursed forest? My grandmother told me all about them. There was once a man who entered the forest in search of a special flower for his beloved. But a sprite cursed him, and he was forced to wander the forest as an antelope until his true love gave him a kiss. I wish we'd never listened to Jeddah. No treasure's worth this. Turin dead? And here I was fretting over Orain? This is an awful mess. Why did we ever follow Jeddah's ridiculous scheme?
On the third year of passage, Tyrin entered Dalantarth. In dark wood and fany field she strode, until from wandering she was taken to the roots of mighty Velagru's child. So laden with Lyria's song, a greater magic known to none, she communed with nature's spirit, but the lyric she sought was not found. So to the plains of Erethel travelled the Lyria-guided Tyrin. Wind chased her swarthy cloak and tresses, masked her against the moonlit plains. That ebon evening tide, that coloured shade that so long ago marked us, Tyrin marched against the celestial expanse. Beneath the diamonded sky she found her rest.
Please! You have to open the cage! The Jotun filled up on that antelope. But I don't like the way the big one was looking at me. Of course not. You believe that too? I just needed an excuse to get away. Marga has gotten a little too attached for my taste. Just my rotten luck that I stumbled into a bunch of Jotun. Can you get me out of here? Sweet girl, but wants a little more dedication than I'm ready for. I needed to get away. She'd go on about these stories her grandmother used to tell her, about creatures turning people into animals. She believed them, so there was my way out. I didn't reckon on getting captured by Jotun, though. Thanks. I owe you one. Do me a favor. Don't tell Marga you saw me. Thanks again. I've been roaming the world since I was a child. Settling down just isn't my fate. A beautiful girl and great fun to be around. At first. Then she starts talking marriage and children. I'm not ready for that. The large one kept biting into the antelope and then grinning at me. I'll never want to see another Jotun for as long as I live. Jeddah went on about all the treasure we would find here. All I've seen are Jotun in trouble.
Something's happened, hasn't it? I can tell from your face. Did you find Orain? No, I can't believe that. Orain and I were made for each other. No, that can't be. We were going to get married. My parents said we could stay with them and Orain could work for my father. Now what am I going to do? I can't talk about him. Oh, Orain, why is fate so cruel? I miss my family. I just want to go home. Why did I follow Orain to this cursed forest?
The season is upon us. The time of the flowering is come. Yet I fear there'll be no ceremony, no flowering, no joy. Why, it is the finest, most miraculous thing. It is... No, there is no worthy description. But alas, Bodril has not returned. With no one to play his part, I fear it is not to be. I asked the mortal maid for help, but she refused. I have resigned myself to sorrow. Why, Bodril is... Well, he always returns to take part in the flowering. Only now the season has come, but he has not. Why, I cannot say. She was looking for one of her kind. I asked if she would help with the flowering. I was very patient. I explained that the ceremony was far more important than her lost friend, but she would not have it. Mortals. He does not go anywhere at all. But then I would not expect a mortal to understand. Then I rejoice. Bodril's first task, your first task, I mean, is to gather the chrysalis. The chrysalis are seeds of sorts. You'll find them throughout the woods. When you've gathered them, seek me in Brunwath Hollow. That task was Bodril's. They spread throughout Lorca-Rain. Of that I'm certain. When the time of the flowering draws near, Bodril arrives. It's then we set to work, he in his way and I in mine. Only this time, he's delayed. He has not come. Every new leaf in Boggart's dance I see brings joy to my heart, but nothing equals my joy at the flowering. The flowering is our ballad, Bodril's and mine, but he has not returned, so cannot play his part. Our story cannot be relived, cannot be retold. I do not understand how this could be. Yes, you might call it that. But I say, our woods, our streams, our ancient stones, we are theirs as much as they are ours.
She came in search of things. A mortal boy, some ancient fragments. I do not pretend to understand the thoughts and workings of mortals. There is more to mortals than I had thought. chrysalis. Each and every one. You are as a second Budrill. I will prepare for my part while you plant the seeds. Place one on each earthen mound around this space. Do you see where? Good. Look around this space. For each seed there is a mound along the edge. Place one in each so that I may begin. Leave and go in peace, young one. Now, stand on the platform so that we can begin. Is it not marvelous? Why do you remain? That's not how the ceremony goes. You were supposed to give yourself to the sprites, as Bodril always did. Instead, look at them. You've killed them all. Well, of course they were. What else would they be? So lovely they're flowering. Had they lived, they would have spread through vale and hill a lustrous fluttering of wings and tails and claws. This I had not considered. Mortals forever perplex me. You are not Bodril, so I must make allowances. Very well. Although this was not as I hoped, you could only do what fate permits. But since Bodril should be gone, so should you. Leave Brunwath. But first, have this. A gift of the flowering. Never before has Bodril failed to return in the time of the flowering. What can it mean, mortal? Farewell.